record on this computer. There we go. All right, we're recording. Okay, so today we are going to talk a little bit about engagement, okay? So how to boost your engagement on social media. So as you all know, running a business on social media, the very most important thing is that people see your posts, right? That's the most important thing, that people see your posts, because you can have all of the, most amazing words, and if no one is seeing them, then it's not going to make a difference in your business. So engagement. We all know that building a following on social media is important, right? We all know that no one's going to know what you have to offer if you aren't talking about it. And posting on a regular basis on your social media is kind of a no-brainer, right? We all know that we're supposed to do that. But oftentimes we can become either, Beachbody billboards on Facebook, and nobody likes that, or you get so unfocused with your posts that nobody knows that you're a coach, and they don't even know that you have something to offer to them, right? And so your Facebook page, your Instagram, whatever platform you're using, it should kind of become like the reality show of your life, a little mini reality show, right? And if you think about reality TV, raise your hand if you were like obsessed with MTV growing up and loved watching all of the crazy shows. Like I loved MTV. I lived for it, right? And even now, like there's something really amazing about just watching a train wreck. Like I don't know why Tiger King was number one.
Tiger King was amazing. I'm sorry. I love Tiger King.
It was such a train wreck. It was such a train wreck.
It was insane, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
It was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to express my love for that show.
You're fine. You're fine. But if it wouldn't have been such a train wreck, if it was like, look at these people and they have their tigers and it's great and everybody's happy, nobody would have watched it, right? Like nobody would have watched that. So your Facebook should be like, kind of like that, not a train wreck, but it should show the good stuff. It should show the awesome tigers and like, oh, look, I get to like pet a baby monkey. And it should also show the hard stuff. Like I'm going to post tomorrow about how the most challenging thing in my life right now, the thing that makes me want to run away, is strapping my 2-year-old into his car seat. That is the hardest part of my life right now, right? And people are interested in that. People are interested in the exciting things, in the mundane things, and in the crazy things. So think about that, think about that when you're posting on social media. It can't always be like you're inspiring, inspiration of the day. It can't always be that. And it can't always be, hey, join my challenge group. Here's my results, or here's my friend's results, join my challenge group. And it can't always be, hey, look at my cute kid. It has to be a balance of everything. It has to be that reality show of your life. So let me just change slides. So this is, oh no, this is wrong. Not 3 to 5, 1, 2, 3. I think my brain broke when I did this. So, okay.
Old school for a minute there.
Yeah.
Time warp to 5 years ago when it was 3 to 5.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So 1 to 3 posts today is pretty standard. Less than that, and no one's going to see your stuff. And more than that, and you start getting excessive, right? 1 post a day is great. If you're posting once a day, then, your content is going to be out there. But the problem with that is that if you're only posting once a day, then it's going to be hard for you to get the important, engaging, the calls to action, where you are asking people, hey, join my challenge group. Hey, this is the coaching opportunity. So posting once a day is great, but twice a day is better. Right now, from what I've been looking at a lot of people's social media pages, and 2 posts a day seems to be going over really well right now. But again, 1 is fine. Less than that, no one's going to see your stuff. And more than that, you start getting a little spammy, right? So we've talked in the past about choosing your topics. I think everybody, at least on my team, when we did our new coach intro call, we talk about the color wheel, right? and about how you have these little bits of yourself that make you who you are. And for some of us, that is, our kids. For some of us, that's, for me, I love music. I'm a musician, and like that's a huge part of my life. So music is part of it. My kids are a huge part of it. I have a full-time job. That's obviously going to be a huge part of it because I spend 40 hours a week on that. I'm married. I'm pretty interested in environmental advocacy. So I care about the environment. I care about keeping my carbon footprint low. Maybe you care about other things, and that's the beauty about this. Sarah and I were just talking earlier this week about how you attract the people who are like you. You attract the people that you're going to get along with. Nobody wants to join somebody's team and be like, oh my gosh, we don't agree on anything. So, so what you do is you choose your posts and you rotate between those topics, right? You get a little bit of your kids, you get a little bit of fitness, you get a little bit of food. I love coffee. I like to encourage people. I like to talk about how marriage is hard, but worth it, So you can rotate. This is a great way to post lots of great content and then breadcrumb little bits and little info about your challenge groups and the coaching opportunity through that. So, and does everybody know what I mean by breadcrumb? Breadcrumbing is when you write a post about your kid and then you breadcrumb a little bit about how awesome is it that I can work from my phone while my kid naps in the back seat in his freaking car seat that was so hard to get him strapped into. And I can work from my phone from this parking lot because, I have freedom of time because of this, coaching thing. That's breadcrumbing. Okay, so raise your hand if you've ever posted something and gotten super discouraged because either one, nobody liked it or commented on it, or two, it just seemed like nobody was interested in it. Got zero action. Anybody ever go through that? Yeah, it happens all the time. Facebook can be discouraging because a lot of times Facebook picks and chooses what it's going to show people, first of all. But also, I want you all to know that there are people out there who are seeing your posts and not liking, not commenting, not saying a word, but they see them. They see them and they aren't going to say a word until one day they're going to pop into your inbox and they're going to be like, listen, I've been following you for 2 years and I've seen what you do. I am ready to dive in. Just send me a link. Like, take my money, I'm ready to do it. That happens, especially the longer you are consistent, the more that's going to happen. But it can be discouraging because you look at your likes and you look at your comments and you're not seeing the results that you want. And so before I go into, the rest of this little bit about engagement, I want you to keep that in mind. Likes and comments do not mean a thing. Yes, it's great to have, the likes and comments. Yes, it's great to grow your following and have people who, comment 20 comments under your posts, but it's not the most important thing. And there are people out there who are trolling, or not trolling, creeping, and they're creeping and they're watching. So don't get discouraged if your posts don't get likes. But I see a chat. What's up in the chat? Let's see. Oh my gosh. See? Somebody, or Ashley invited somebody ages ago. She's never been interested. And then today, after watching her story, she's like, okay, I'm in. See, like I'm not kidding. It happens all the time. Somebody, the other day I posted about a meal plan that I was going to give away for free. This person didn't like or comment, but she messaged me, so people are seeing those posts. Okay. So let's talk for a second about engagement. Sometimes your posts aren't getting engagement because the Facebook algorithm is going to favor certain kinds of things and it's going to bury certain kinds of other things. So when people stop to read, like, comment on, or share your stuff, Facebook goes, oh, hey, this person's super cool. I need to get their stuff in more people's news feeds. And so that matters. Like, people stopping and actually reading your posts, that matters. People liking and commenting on your posts. Facebook looks at that stuff and determines, hey, should I put this stuff in other people's news feeds? So the thing about this is that only about 10 to 20% of your audience is going to see any given post, especially at the beginning. And that's a very generous estimate. So when you post something and you're not getting engagement, don't think that it's not that it was a good post. Don't think that you're lame and you suck and you're bad at this. The issue is that only a couple people saw it, right? Especially if you only have 200 or 300 friends starting out on your Facebook page or your Instagram, right? So only about 10 to 20% of your friends are going to see any given post. And Facebook caters to the people who get lots of views on their posts, not necessarily likes and comments. Those are definitely helpful. But Facebook likes to give people more of what they like. Facebook uses algorithms to automate the news feed. Okay, so that means that when people are actually stopping and reading your posts, that increases your affinity score, whether they are commenting, liking, or not. When post like your comments, when people like your posts, when people comment on your posts, especially GIFs, emojis are not as much. Like if somebody just posts one emoji, that's not as it doesn't add to your affinity score as much. GIFs are really, high on the affinity score. And also when your comment section is engaging. So rather than just, liking every comment, responding and asking them a question and getting them to write back in the comments. All of those things are going to boost your affinity score. Your affinity score is basically Facebook's way of saying how likable is this person's content? How popular is this person's content? So both through trial and error and through researching myself, I've come up with some pretty good strategies on how to get really good engagement. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So we just have a couple of little things. This is actually really, really simple, but feel free to take screenshots or take notes or whatever the case may be. Okay, so your job is to get people to like and comment on your posts. And again, no particular order. All of these things are going to get you more engagement. So first of all, the very first one, a call to action in your posts. If you are writing a post and there's nothing for a person to answer or engage with, then chances are they're not going to comment. But if you write a post and let's say your very first statement, your very first hey, I'm going to grab people's attention with the first sentence of my post. That very, very first thing, I like to ask a question right after that. So for example, when I post about Miles being so freaking hard to get in his car seat, I'm going to say something along the lines of, why on earth is it so hard to get children into their car seat the second they turn 2? Has anybody else experienced this? Something like that. And then I'm going to go into, probably something completely different. I'm going to talk about how hard it is to get this dang kid in his car seat. And then I'm going to talk about, probably the coaching opportunity in that post. But having that call to action at the beginning and then at the very end of the post, having a call to action about, hey, if you comment, I'll shoot you the free sample workout or I'll send you my PDF or whatever the case may be. So if they comment and they answer your question about, oh my gosh, my 2-year-old did that too, it's so hard. You also said at the end of the post, hey, if you comment, I'll send you, some info. And they commented. So you have every right to send them info, right? So first of all, getting them to comment, getting them to like, asking, hey, post your favorite GIF in the comments or, Ashley had a really good one yesterday. She said, it's my favorite pandemic game. Post the favorite meme in your photo album right now. So calls to action, very, very important on every single post. Another thing is every week, Transformation Tuesday, Throwback Thursday, and a Sunday night coach opportunity post. So Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday, if you are consistent with this and do it every single week, whether it's your transformation or somebody else's, it's just a surefire way to prove to people that this is something that's going to change their life and going to get them results, right? Throwback Thursday can be a throwback of you. It can be, I was, in this place before and now I'm here, and talk about your journey. Or it can be something else, something unrelated, but sharing your story and showing people who who you were and where you are now and where you came from and the hard work that you've done to get to where you are now is so powerful. And then Sunday night, everybody's dreading going to work on Monday morning, right? I know I do. Like with my full-time job, I'm dreading going to work on Monday morning because I have to be away from my kids. It's, hard. Sunday night's the perfect time to post a coaching opportunity post. Oops. Another one is asking questions. Write a post, like super short and sweet. Tell people that you are over your shampoo and ask what their favorite shampoo is. People love to give opinions. And if you have thick skin and you're a parent, ask them for parenting advice. And all of the moms will come out of the woodwork and give you their parenting advice, and your comment section will blow up. Ask for, you can ask about, I have a friend right now who's looking for a car seat. She's looking for a car seat. She doesn't know which one to get. She posted about it, tons of comments underneath there. So if you post something like this, a question that's going to get tons of engagement, if you post that on Sunday morning, and then Sunday evening, you post your coaching opportunity post, your Sunday evening post is going to get more engagement than it would have otherwise because your Sunday morning post was so engaging. And so Facebook's going to be like, hey, this person is interesting. I'm going to push this person's post into into other people's feeds. Whoops. Okay. And then another one, oh my gosh, Facebook loves it when you use Facebook. So going live, using the live feature, using the stories. Facebook loves it when people use Facebook. So go live, talk about a recipe, talk about, the face products that you use, talk about your shampoo, talk about whatever. Give people a tutorial. Once I told people I was really congested and I showed people how to use a neti pot, and that post got all kinds of engagement. I also went live once just because I was having a really crappy day, and I went live and I talked about how I realized that I needed to give myself more grace, and that post went over so well. The next one is timing. I forgot to add in early morning. So this kind of depends on your audience. For me, I find that if I post either early in the morning, at noon, or after 7 p.m., I'm going to get better engagement. People like me are up early in the morning, getting their stuff together before work. They are on lunch break around noon, and after 7 p.m., their kids are asleep. They are trying to relax for the day, and they're mindlessly scrolling Facebook, right? So those are the times that I like to post, and those are the times that I get the most engagement. Okay. And then we're almost done. Okay, so again, the days that you're going to do a coaching opportunity post or a challenge group post something engaging earlier in the day, and then post your coaching opportunity post later. If you are not in an engagement pod, we do have an engagement pod. Basically, when you post, you shout unicorn in the pod, and everybody goes and likes and comments on your post. If you're not in a pod, get in one. It really helps boost your engagement early on. And then, okay, we're going to skip over some of these because I really want to get to the power hour. And I think that we already kind of went over most of them. Another really important thing is using high quality photos. Just a quick tip that you can use: before you take your picture, clean off the camera parts. A lot of times you'll get, if you talk on the phone, makeup will get on there, sweat will get on there, dirt will get on there. And if you just super easy, wipe it off with your shirt and then take your pictures are going to be night and day different. I see a lot of really, really blurry posts on social media these days. And it's just a simple matter of cleaning off the lens. Also, if you don't have a tripod, you can literally set your phone against your water bottle, set the timer, take a quick picture, and post it. But again, just make sure that you're using good lighting and it's a clear picture. Those are always going to get more engagement. And then, again, we already kind of talked about adding value. Share recipes, share stuff that people are going to appreciate and use. If you have advice, give it. If you're interested in something, learn about it and post about it. But those are going to be the number one. And then finally, the last thing that's going to boost your engagement, and I know that this is going to sound crazy, but private messaging people behind the scenes. is another thing that's really going to boost your engagement on any platform, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And this is because if Facebook sees that you are private messaging with somebody, you send them a message and just say hi. It doesn't have to be about Beachbody. You just say hi. Hey, you know, I like the shirt that you were wearing in your profile picture. Where'd you get it? Or, oh my gosh, I saw you went to, you know, Charleston. I was just there. Where's your favorite place to go? We're going to plan a vacation, you know, a couple months from now. Just chatting with them behind the scenes. When Facebook sees, oh, these people are friends and they're chatting with each other behind the scenes, they're messaging with each other, Facebook is automatically going to put your posts in their news feed, and they're going to put their posts in your news feed. The more you comment on their posts, like their posts, engage on their posts, and private message them, the more likely it is that they're going to be one of the 10 to 20% of your, you know, friends list who actually sees your posts. So utilize that, you know, utilize the affinity, you know, the ways to get more affinity on Facebook. Utilize those and keep that in mind when you're private messaging someone, when you're commenting and liking on other people's posts. That stuff matters. And if they are seeing your posts, if they're seeing your transformation posts and your workouts, and they're watching your stories, they're going to be so much more likely to be interested in what you have to offer and join our community, right? So that's all I got. We're going to skip all the way to call to action. So my call to action for you is do a call to action post this week, whether it's a Throwback Thursday, Sunday evening coach opportunity post, or I know Sarah's about to post her Transformation Tuesday. So go like it, comment on it, give her some love. I just posted one before the call too. If y'all want to go love on it for me, raise your hand if you posted a transformation today. I did. And go love on each other's posts. Try to go live this week. Add some value, even if it's 2-minute video about how, you know, you like to go on a walk every evening and it helps you to feel less alone during this pandemic, whatever it is. And then when I post the recording of this call in the team page, I want you to list your 7 posting topics in the comments. Okay. Tell us what you're going to be posting about this week. Okay. Now let's power hour, y'all. Who's sticking around? I'm going to stop recording.